Okay, Kim, start of part 3. Thanks for the lifestyle choice, as you mentioned. Can you go a little bit more on the impact of alcohol for people, especially when you age more? You're not 20, you are not 30, but you still enjoy the same amount of alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol is can be very detrimental to overall health. It can affect, every organ of your system. It's, as we get older as well, we tolerate it less. It takes us longer to recover. So in my for my example, I pretty well gave up alcohol when I started bodybuilding, because for one, it's a waste of calories. I prefer to eat than waste my calories on alcohol. But also, if you drink too much and then the next day, what's the next day going to be like? I'm certainly not going to be feeling like working out to the hardest extreme. My strength's probably going to be down. So again, I'm not going to achieve what I want to achieve. But yeah, it has a very negative impact on overall health and heart health. I'm not saying don't drink, absolutely. Drink, go out, have your drinks with friends, whatever, but limit it. So limit it to, special occasions, not every night of the week, one night of the week, and maybe set yourself, okay, I'm going to have 2 glasses of wine with dinner rather than going out and having a whole bottle of something. If you're looking at counting your calories as well, look at what the lowest calorie alcohol is, which is vodka. So if you're vodka and soda, vodka and mineral water or whatever, then they're your lower calories. Red wine, less kind of impact, I find anyway, less sort of antioxidants and stuff than white wine, and white wine tends to dehydrate quite quickly. So yeah, just sort of do your own little research, how it affects you. It affects everyone differently, of course, but I'd say, yeah, limit, don't. Again, it's a sometimes drink. It's not like a sometimes food. You don't want to be eating McDonald's every day of the week. So it's a sometimes drink.
Question on the diet. Thanks for pointing this out. A lot of people consider, and just happened to me, I just learned it within the journey, that calorie deficit, is it fair to say if you start, you just limit what you eat? Although, because I think the first step is just like, imagine you have 1,800 calories, Kim, and you prefer to eat it all as ice cream. I'll make a really exaggerated example. But as long as you keep that limit, and then once you hit that limit, you will go to the next level. Is it the right statement for people who want to start their journey, or what's your opinion?
No, because you still have to look at your macronutrients within those calories. So your macronutrients are your fats, carbs, and proteins. So you have to have a certain amount of those every day. So if you're just having your 1,800 calories of 1,800 fats, you're not going to get anywhere. So you've got to still look at the macronutrients, and then also look at your exercise as well. And as I said, it doesn't have to be a major change. So if you're starting to look at calorie deficit and you want to know what you're on, track your food first. Get one of those, you can get free apps on your phone. Track your foods, look at the actual overall calories, and then look at your macros. Again, speak to a professional who knows what they're talking about when it comes to nutrition. They can give you advice on what you should be on based on your physical activity as well. So again, if you're leading a sedentary lifestyle and you're on 2,000 calories of fats, you're only going to get more fat on your body. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to sort of look at your lifestyle activity and the calories. But yeah, track it first, know what you're on, and then you can move to reducing your calories. And the deficit, all that means is putting in less than what you're putting out.
Okay. So I think getting back to that, Kim, some people decided, okay, now I'm going for a really good walk, or I went to the gym. Now I'm on this amount of calorie. Let's add on because that's my output. And then I'm just going in. Can you make a comment on that one? Because a lot of people love their food and they don't want to give up. They prefer to go and hit the gym hard and then keep the same amount of calories. What's your comment on that one?
That's totally fine if that's how you want to maintain your body. Like if you don't want to change your body composition and you're happy with how you look, that's fantastic. And yes, and that's how you maintain it. Work out at the gym, go and enjoy your food. Absolutely. Again, it depends on the food, of course. If they're high fats, high saturated fats, or in my case, high carbs. I can't really tolerate too many high carbs. I'll limit that to certain amounts of days of the week. I won't go out and eat a high rich, high creamy, high fatty food every day of the week. I'll limit that. But again, if I'm working out every day of the week and I want to try and I enjoy my food, then yeah, okay, I'll do it. But again, still look at the content of the food as well. Because again, remember, inner health as well, heart health, high fat, high cholesterol is only going to build up cholesterol in your arteries. We don't want that. So
okay, yeah, no,
and
no,
it
fair
also
enough.
slows your progression.
Okay, so considering take the amount of food, in general speaking, a lot of people said, I don't eat that much. I eat a lot of salad and I eat a lot of fruits. And what's the main point of tracking your calories? If the person using their eyes and said, yeah, I ate enough, and they snack either here and there and they don't count it. So what's the importance of, checking your calories?
One, if you don't track it, sometimes your brain goes, I didn't have it. So that's very easy to do. Didn't track it, so didn't have it. If you're tracking it, it'll make you accountable for eating it. Okay. Look, I'm guilty of it. I won't put that in my diary because did I eat it? I don't want it to count in my calories. Maybe I can slip that past my coach. So definitely it makes you accountable. And everyone underestimates the amount of calories they eat. I can guarantee you, even if you've had a salad, do you know what dressing is on that salad? Do you know how much fats is in that salad? How much pine nuts is in that salad? You know what I mean? Like how much avocado? They're all good fats, yes, but they build up in the calorie count. They're hidden calories. So, and even in protein bars and stuff, you've sort of got to look at what the hidden calories are. And it's just about, I guess, being more aware of. So if you count, then you're tracking how much carbs, fats, or even sodium, what else is in that food. And it's educating you to lead a healthier lifestyle in the long term. Yeah.
Yeah.
Education.
I completely agree with you, Kim, because sometimes I think one of the app is MyFitnessPal, and then you just go and says, it's a very healthy snack. It has a lot of protein. And you check the barcode, like, 90% is carb, 10% protein, and it's just like it make you feel good. And then from marketing perspective, we just said, oh man, that's amazing to have.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. I think matter of education, but there's so much marketing and things outside to get the people out of their way and say this is the healthy way of eating. So if a person never been to the gym in their whole entire life and they are getting overwhelmed by going to the gym, is there any advice for them and they know that weight training is the better way for them and it's very expensive to buy these things at home? Do you have any tips or advice for this type of people?
If they're feeling quite overwhelmed at the gym going alone, take a friend, definitely, or get a coach. Going with someone, again, makes you accountable, or if you have a booking with a coach, it's going to make you accountable. And in the long term, a coach is going to be cheaper than buying all the equipment to stay at home. And remember, a coach can guide you and give you tips for doing things at home as well. And you do your heavy lifting or your main weights with your coach. Technique, form, utmost importance. And then you can do other things either at home or walks with your friends and things like that. So definitely a friend or a coach, or even stick to certain areas of the gym. Like if you're in a big commercial gym, stick to certain areas where you don't feel as intimidated. But I can guarantee you, no one cares what you're doing in the gym. They're all so focused on themselves and looking at themselves. And, me included, like I'm social in the gym. I'll go and say hi to everyone. But, and I'll make sure that if I notice you're doing something maybe that could injure you, I'll go and assist. But again, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And everyone else who's not a coach in there and doing their own thing, they're focused on them. They're not caring about what you're doing. So, and I think that's what a lot of people get scared of. They're going to think everyone's looking at them, but
absolutely right. I can vouch on that one. Nobody looking at, at anybody else. last two questions. One of them is, what's the most important, you were a coach, a lot of people, what's the most important part of the training that a lot of amateurs or even people who have done it always ignore, or they don't put that much of value to it and they should follow it up, or you just see more and more people not doing specific things that they should do?
Two things, probably technique on major compound lists for sure, and not following a program. So if they have set a program from their coach and they think, oh, I'll just bypass that or do what I want, then you can do that, absolutely, but sort of why did you ask your coach to do that for you? And remember, your coach is the professional. This is their profession. They're here to help you and make sure you can maintain, your physical activities for a long period of time, healthily and without injury. So that's what they're there for. So yeah, I find that people tend to poo-poo techniques sometimes, especially if they just want to go and do their thing and think, oh, do I really have to brace my core in a lift? So yeah, that's and I just cannot stress enough how important good form and technique is for overall body health, fitness, and reducing risk of injury.
Okay. If you want to put the whole fitness and health journey in one word, what that one word would be?
Preparation.
Preparation.
Yeah.
Can you just talk a little bit more? You can talk a little bit more about preparation. What do you mean by that?
So prepare your weekly schedule. Prepare what days you're going to do exercise. Prepare your food. Buy your food. Meal prep if that makes it easier for you. But if you're not prepared and if you're not sort of clued in on what you're going to do for that week and living by the whim, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you're more likely to choose unhealthily and easy ways out. So preparation is key for sort of everything, I find.
No, thanks, Kim. First of all, thanks for your time. I think we could talk for another 2 hours. I have a lot of other questions to go through. Most probably we get back to you. Thanks for being part of this podcast and interview. Best of luck with all of your competition in the future.
Thank you.
And great to have you. And it's amazing that you just do these things on the side and you achieve so much. And I know there's so much more for you to get in your trophies.
Thank you. Yes, he's hoping.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you very much for having me.
No worries.